Hi everyone, a warm welcome to all. Today it's about Rahu entering its own Shatatara nakshatra on 23rd of November till 2nd of August 2026 for 8 long months. Certainly Shatatara represents some healing, some solutions, truth and transparency, but also some cheating, captivating tendencies as Rahu is involved here. Shatatara can break our illusions and show us the reality. Also, strong mental energy, some independent thinking, an ability to stand alone without any fear. It's like carefree nature. Its symbol is 100 healing stars, physicians who can give solutions, cure, or it is an empty circle. This is hinting at both the ability to heal and also the tendency to isolate. It cuts through our confusion and strips away what is unnecessary to reveal what is real. See, it has two clear sides. Shatatara Nakshatra. The healer who can be aloof, very intelligent, precise, and corrective in nature. And the second one is the rebel, unpredictable, most restless, and unwilling to follow the rules, who works independently and wants to make its own way, somehow, by hooks or crooks. Its ruling deity Varuna governs the cosmic waters, the hidden areas of life, and our moral order. Because of this, Shatatara deals with karmic corrections, exposing lies and holding authority system accountable for whatever is going on. This time can be giving us some deep cleansing mentally, emotionally, and also collectively. The truth rises here, illusion falls, and transformation becomes unavoidable in any circumstances. The moon will be in Purvashada Nakshatra in Sagittarius when Rahu enters Shatatara Nakshatra. On that day, Venus, the ruler of Purvashada, is in its own sign Libra and is close to retrograde Mercury. So, three friends are connected here: Rahu, Venus, and Mercury. Rahu has fifth aspect on this Venus, strengthening and amplifying each other's influence, as Rahu Venus naturally work very well together. At the same time, Mars has a tight fourth protective aspect on this Rahu. This creates a possibility of some clashes around personal or collective rights. The Sagittarius moon further fuels this urge to push back, stand up, and react very strongly for anything, whatever is that feels incorrect. On top of this, the Sun and the Mars will remain close, almost together on and off till February 2026. And this increases the chances of heated exchanges, rising tempers, or confrontation with authority figures. This period carries a lot of fiery intensity, so staying grounded and avoiding any impulsive reactions becomes very important. Also note that once Rahu completes its journey through Shatatara, it moves into Dhanishta, Mars's nakshatra. This means whatever tendencies or reactions start forming or developing now may continue for a long time and bear results. Do keep in mind these factors for the time to come and keep up with your calm, patience. Try to attain peace over any conflict. See, Rahu in its own nakshatra becomes stronger, clearer, and more direct in how it expresses itself. This is the time when things expose in public. There is correction, rebel approach, and breakthroughs become very active. Shatatara is known for uncovering what is hidden. Where is the fault? So Rahu can reveal the truth, highlight flaws in the system, and bring forward issues that have been ignored or being suppressed. This can feel very intense because Rahu does not work gently anytime. It works suddenly and sharply. Emotionally and collectively, this transit can bring a push for independence and individuality. Strong reactions against anything that feels restrictive. Expect a desire to break rules, push boundaries, or question the established norms. There can be collective urge for healing, reform, or cleansing of outdated structures. And all these doesn't happen in a calm manner, of course. Someone has to fight for it. And there is, of course, some opposite patterns and thoughts. At the same time, the energy can become very unpredictable. Rahu may create some sudden shift in our thinking, completely opposite, completely different. It can give us some different identity and direction. We may feel mentally restless, rebellious, and charged with a sense of urgency. We want things now. There is no patience to wait. Technology, online movement, and global network can become more dominant as Shatatara is deeply connected with futuristic modern system. It can bring our attention to the health systems, legal issues, environmental concerns, and anything that has been operating in the shadows. Overall, Rahu in its own nakshatra brings strong transformation, heightened emotions, intuition, sharp awareness, and powerful changes. And all these needs to be handled patiently with open minded and for everyone's well-being here. This is the time to respect each other's freedom because everyone is looking for their freedom. If we check the previous cycles of Rahu in Shatatara, we must have noticed major shift in the patterns that time, both personally and collectively. 2007, 1988, and even before that 1970. Use your previous experiences this time for some improved reaction. Do remember the impact that you have had that time. And Rahu in Shatatara will give different impact in these 8 months' time as Rahu changes its Navamsa position and Rahu begins its journey in the Pisces water Navamsa, where its energy is very soft, emotional, and intuitive in nature. This is the phase of inner shift. Hidden feelings will rise, our intuitions will be like sharpened, and the mind becomes more sensitive. As Rahu moves into its Vargottam, Aquarius, and air Navamsa, the focus shift from emotions to intellect. And this is the impact you can have for a long time as it is Vargottam Navamsa. Thoughts can be like more sharper, ideas become rebellious, and there is a strong urge to break the norms and question the system. When Rahu enters Capricorn, Earth Navamsa, this mental restless becomes more grounded and practical in nature. The energy turns a little serious, strategic, and goal oriented, pushing people towards structure, discipline, and a real world action now. Finally, in the Sagittarius, fire Navamsa, Rahu becomes very bold and fiery, driving very strong beliefs, outspoken expressions, and a desire to assert only truth. Overall, the journey moves from feeling to thinking to building, and building to finally acting on those things. And this shows how Rahu's influence gradually intensifies and taking forms from the subtle emotional shift to a strong conviction driven action. With Rahu Ketu, the start or and the end becomes very impactful. Remember, it is a snake, part of a snake, the upper part and the tail part. Let us see how Rahu in Shatatara can impact us individually and focus on mainly Aquarius sign along with Pisces sign where Saturn, its lord, is placed. Rahu encourages us to look at life through a new modern lens, to question what feels outdated, and to embrace what future holds for us. The journey may feel little unusual, but it carries promise of discovery, reinvention, and deeper awareness. Just move through this time with clarity, patience, and stay open minded, grounded, but alert all the time. Start with Aries. For Aries, Rahu activates your social circle and long term goals, pulling you towards new groups or some ambitious projects. You may feel inspired to reinvent your network or join some futuristic communities, some new communities. But Rahu can also create illusions about friendships, your connections, making someone seem like more supportive, more cultural than they truly are. Sudden gains may tempt you into some unrealistic expectations, or your expectation can increase. Test the people before trusting them and keep financial boundaries strong in friendships. Observe everyone's intention and not just their words. Words can be deceiving now. Taurus, your career becomes the center of Rahu's spotlight. Sudden opportunities, visibility, or some unexpected recognition may arise during this time. You may be drawn to unconventional paths or some influential figures, authority people also. But Rahu can blur your judgment about authority. Someone who appears like promising may be unreliable, or a shortcut at work may backfire on you. So be alert. Document everything, maintain your clarity in communication with seniors, and do not rely on just verbal agreements. Gemini, your belief system, your learning path, and your worldview expand dramatically with Rahu in Shatatara. This is a time of exploration, some new studies, philosophies, or travel may inspire you now. But Rahu's illusion can make some extreme ideas look appealing, or misinformation may influence your thinking. Cross verifying all the knowledge is very important here. Choose structured learning over some scattered spiritual or intellectual impulses, and that will help you the most. Cancer, deep emotional patterns and shared resources come into focus with Rahu in Shatatara. Rahu can push you to transform your old fears, break attachments, and explore some hidden strength of yours. But this is also a time when financial illusions can appear. Your investments may look promising, but it may carry some unseen risk also. Avoid major loans, joint ventures, or some quick profit systems. Strengthen your emotional boundaries rather and trust your own inner warning signals. Your intuitions will be the key to success here. Leo, with Rahu in Shatatara, your relationships can become unpredictable and transformative in nature. You may attract magnetic, unusual, or intellect sharp people in your life. Rahu can make certain matters out of control also, but illusions in partnership, some miscommunication, others unclear intentions or fantasy may come up. So stay alert, stick to direct, honest conversations, and avoid projecting your hopes onto others. Do read all the agreements twice to be careful. Virgo, your daily routine, your health pattern, and work structure undergo some major changes with Rahu in Shatatara. Rahu increases your mental activity, restlessness also, and urge to take some rapid decisions. But illusions regarding your health, self diagnosing any problem, overthinking, or some unrealistic work expectations can mislead you. Maintain a consistent diet system and sleep cycles. Do not rely on online health information and keep your routine simple and steady in nature. Libra, creativity, romance, and personal expression can get a burst of unusual inspiration this time when Rahu is in Shatatara. New passion may emerge, and you may feel drawn to art or creativity now. But Rahu can create illusions in love, making some temporary connections feel deeper than they are and pushing you toward impulsive creative investments. Express freely but stay grounded in any case. Consider all the interests slowly. Choose one creative project and avoid scattering your energy. Scorpio, your emotional foundation and home environment can change with Rahu in Shatatara. Rahu can trigger the desire to move, to relocate, and restructure your family matters. But illusions around property matters, vehicle matters, or anything related to home, agreements, or emotional expectations can mislead you. So stay calm, go slow, avoid hasty real estate decisions, anything related to home. Keep your communications transparent with your family. Create a small but grounding habit in your routine, and that will help you to follow discipline. Sagittarius, your mind becomes highly active with Rahu in Shatatara. Your communication, writing, learning, and new connections can increase sharply from here. Rahu actually sharpens your intellect, but may also can create some mental illusion or some misinterpretation on your side. This may feel convinced about something that later proves to be inaccurate. Pause before reacting. Think twice before posting or texting anybody. Clarify all the conversation to avoid any misunderstanding or chaos in future. Capricorn, your money, family possessions, and your self worth can undergo change with Rahu in Shatatara. Rahu may bring some sudden income sources or create some new ways of earning. But illusions around your family, finances, your speech, overestimating gains at times and rushing into purchases or trusting unverified advice, that's not your nature, and that can cause some losses also. Track every expenses of yours, where you use your energy, delay big purchases, and seek professional financial guidance before making any commitments here. Aquarius, this is your transit. Rahu in your own sign intensifies your self invention. You may feel bold, futuristic, or ready to transform your identity now. But Rahu's illusion can create some confusion about who you really are, pushing you into some extreme decisions or sudden changes that feel right in the moment but unstable maybe in the future. Make changes gradually, go slow, let ideas mature before acting on it, and keep one grounding practice to maintain emotional stability here. Pisces, Your subconscious becomes highly active with Rahu in Shatatara. Rahu can amplify your dreams, your intuition, and your spiritual curiosity, making you more inwardly aware. But illusions can arise through your old fears, hidden fears, some misunderstanding, or your escapism. Your old memories may feel little exaggerated, and intuition may be like mixed with your fantasy, your imagination actually. Keep a journal. Write down to separate your emotions from your intuition here. And do avoid withdrawing completely from the situation. You need to act and react then. Use some breath work or some chanting for clarity of your mind. That was all about the personal impact for all the signs. And to conclude, as Rahu moves through Shatatara Nakshatra, it teaches us that growth does not always arrive in familiar shapes. The patterns is not always the same. Sometimes it comes disguised as confusion, some sudden truth, or some choices that pulls us away from the ordinary. This is the transit that awakens the part of us that crave freedom, innovations, some reinvention, but it also tests our clarity, patience, and our inner grounding. If we move through this period with awareness, we learn to recognize when Rahu is showing us as a breakthrough and when it is showing us as an illusion. Both of these are our teachers. Both lead us towards some deeper understanding of our own self. And the key here is to stay open yet steady in our nature, curious yet cautious, and inspired without losing our balance and grounding. With mindfulness and patience, this transit becomes less about any disruption and more about discovery. It is a reminder that every transit of the planets opens a new doorway within us. And the more present we are in that situation, the easier it becomes to walk through with confidence and grace. That was all about Rahu in its own Shatatara Nakshatra. I hope this was helpful. Best wishes to everyone. Thank you for your time. Do share your feedback and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.